Hey there, this is Morgan Fleur-de-Lis, the champion of freedom. Thank you for watching this video. We are doing our series on metaphors. If you've snuck in, go back to the beginning. You've missed so much at this point. It would be a disservice to you to start your training here, right? But let's move forward. We just finished up the 4 methods in which to create a winning metaphor. We're going to go over one key point, and then we're going to get into some exciting advanced stuff. This is some of the best part of the whole series is coming up right now. But first, a brief discussion about bad metaphors, right? A bad metaphor is when the ideas don't match up, what you're comparing doesn't quite match up, or you haven't completed the thought, like you started a metaphor but you didn't quite finish it. There's a whole chapter finished on the book, but I'll just read the summary. But that chapter is amazing because it really will help you with some of your stumbling blocks. And again, the book is Metaphorically Selling How to Use Magic of Metaphors to Sell, Persuade, and Explain Anything to Anyone. And it's by Ann Miller. Go pick it up. It's fantastic. Here's what she says at the end of the chapter on bad metaphors. Summary. Let's leave sleeping dogs lie in the bed that they made on still waters that run deep. Then we'll pick up some traction like angels dancing on the head of a pin, and once and for all recognize that if you want the flowers, you have to shoot for the stars. Yeah, right? It doesn't make any sense. She's using lots of cliches in this example, and none of it really relates to one another. It's just a bunch of weird expressions all thrown together in the same paragraph, right? And you'll lose everybody in the room. It's a shining example of, it's actually over the top bad, but it's just to prove a point. And that's a great chapter in the book. But moving forward, we're going to talk about one of my favorite parts of this entire thing, right? I love, love, love this part. And it's called threads. And she strikes gold here, and she's talking about run a theme. Oh, this is some of the most powerful stuff here. And when you really think out your metaphors and you think out your presentation, whether you're doing that PowerPoint presentation in front of a room of 100 or 1,000 or online marketing, whatever it may be, this running theme of a metaphor is so powerful. Let's get right into what we're talking about here. And so here we go, all right? Here's the summary, all right? A running metaphor that threads its way throughout your presentation can be very effective technique for presenting your recommendations and information. The best running metaphor threads rely on themes and worlds rich in image-laden vocabulary. Right. Fantastic, right? So there's so many different examples, right? You could create an entire presentation to anybody and have it, say, be in the world of car racing. It could be maybe America's favorite pastime, like baseball analogies, right? Right? It could be so many different things. Movies, television, books. There's so many different ways, and it would come down to knowing your ideal client and doing that snapshot of them. But there are so many different ways in which to have a running theme, and it becomes fun. People will enjoy your presentation, and you'll keep them engaged throughout the whole thing. All right, so let's talk about, this gets me giddy. All right, so here's your turn. Check it out. From the worlds listed below, select 2 that you feel comfortable mining for material to make metaphors. Write down all aspects that you think for each world chosen. All right? So here's an example. The world of cooking, right? So I'm just going to write here. Like the theme might be cooking. So how can we create a series of metaphors around the world cooking? And almost everybody knows something about cooking, right? Whether they're a good cook or not, whether they've tasted good food or not, they know something about cooking, right? So what a cook does: selects ingredients, prepares them for use, mixes them, seasons them, sautés or steams, bakes or roasts, grills or fries. Those are things that a cook does, right? What a cook uses: pots, pans, knives, graters, spatulas, So these are tools in which the things that a cook would use, right? What a cook decides, the pairing of foods, the pairing of wine and food, right? How food is presented, paper plates, bone china, garnishes, family style, nouveau cuisine, right? Kinds of courses, appetizer, palate cleansers, entrees, side dishes, desserts, right? Types of cooks, the fast food, the short order cook, the sous chef, the pastry chef, right? Culinary disasters, burnt food, fallen souffles, undercooked meat, over-steamed vegetables, sauces that never thicken, sauces that curdle, right? Food occasions, picnics, Thanksgiving feasts, brunches, birthdays. Celebrity chefs, Julia Child, James Beard, Alice Waters, Emerald Lagasse, right? So that is the world of cooking, right? And you could create a running theme with all of your metaphors tied around the idea of cooking, right? You might get your audience a little hungry in the presentation, but you did the metaphors correctly, right? Here's some other examples it talks about. How about gardening? Create some wonderful metaphors around gardening. You could talk about war, battles, stuff like that. You could talk about baseball or any of your favorite sports, right? Basketball, football, whatever. I'm just going to write baseball here, right? Romance. These are things that have lots of vivid imagery involved, right? The world of cars. And again, there's plenty of other examples, right? There's fiction novels, there's television, there's movies, there's adventure, there's surfing, there's all kinds of things, right? So these are just some of the examples of picking a theme and then just running with it throughout your entire presentation, and your metaphors will be more memorable, they'll have more impact, and it's just fun, right? Your business just becomes fun when you start to involve these types of things into your dialogue, into your communications with your prospects, your clients, and your ideal business partners. So my name is Morgan Fleur-de-Lis. We're about to get into different ways to grab attention with your metaphors, and we got some more powerful stuff coming, so I thank you for watching these videos. Again, my name is Morgan Fleur-de-Lis, the champion of freedom. I'll see you on the next video. Take care.